Hello, I'm Dr. Vivian Iwu. Thank you for visiting our site. We at Choice Podiatry Center are dedicated to caring for you. We do hope that you consider us for all your foot and ankle care. We look forward to seeing you at any one of our locations. Thank you again. And today we're doing an ingrown toenail of the lateral border of the right hallux, which is the right great toe. So it's ingrown. Most times when the nail is ingrown, you have an extra skin that grows over it. That is called a pyogenic granuloma. So I've already numbed this patient up, and so we're gonna test to make sure that he's not feeling any pain, okay? You're going to feel pressure, but no pain. Just let me know if you feel any pain. We can put pain, no pain, okay, good. So we try to make sure that patient is really numb so that we don't want to inflict any pain. So what I'm going to do, I'm still testing. If he feels pain, he will tell me. He should feel pressure because the pressure is not gone with this. So what I did is just the corner that I'm about to take out, I just freed it so that it will be easy to come out. So what is the goal of doing this? What I want to accomplish is take out the corner that actually ingrows. Some people do get ingrown toenail because their nails are genetically predisposed to getting them. In his situation, he has a wider nail plate, and it's wide enough that when it grows, it just gets cut under skin and ingrows. So now that I have freed it, I'm going to just take a slither of it. Because he has a nice wide nail plate, it is going to be fine. The body remodels itself very well that you don't actually miss that corner when it's gone. So the goal to getting this where it doesn't come back again is making sure that the nail plate comes out, the nail bed comes out, or the nail matrix comes out with the nail. So I'm really free up to the end of where that nail is growing from. So now I'm going to use my hemostat to get the entire nail out. So what you see is what's under that nail. The white glycerin area is the nail matrix, which is where the nail grows out from. The key to getting this where it doesn't come back again is making sure that that came out. So when that comes out, so as you can see, I mean, even though we took out that big piece of nail, it almost seemed like we didn't really take much. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna leave this hanging, because if we leave this hanging, it's gonna still feel like he's ingrown. So I'm gonna go further to take out the pyogenic granuloma by actually excising it out. And these heal very well. So we've taken that out. So now we have a nice clean area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of scrape around just to make sure nothing is left under that nail. So I just kind of get everything out. I usually tell my patients that they have a 95% chance that this will not come back again. And so you still have that 5% chance that I might, but in most cases they usually don't. Okay, so, but, all right, triple antibiotics. So I've gotten everything out. There's nothing else in there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna protect the skin because I'm doing what's called a chemical matrixectomy. So I'm using the chemical to burn off the nail matrix. So I protect this. So this application I do 3 times for about 30 seconds. And as you can see, this is a very strong chemical. You don't want it to touch anywhere else because it can burn the skin. See how it's turning the blood dark? Alright. So that's one, and once I do that, I go back in there just to make sure everything is out of it. And if there's anything left, we make sure that that's completely taken out. And this is also the key for this to work, because sometimes if you leave something under that, the skin or the body has a way to heal itself, and that's where most patients would say, oh, this grew back again. But if you're very careful to get everything out and use the chemical to burn it off, the likelihood is that this does not come back. And I need to mention that their body remodels itself very well. Even though it looks like there's a gap, there's usually not a gap at the end of the day once the patient is healed. So, and this is my last application. Alright, so now I'm going to flush the area with alcohol. Alright, once we're nice and flush, we clean that all out. And I like to use Multidex powder for my dressing. And I also give my patients Multidex gel. That usually means the difference between coming in and healing in 1 week as opposed to healing in 2 or 3 or even 4 weeks. My patients really do well with this procedure. Good. All right. So that's pretty much it. And then I'll just give the patient a nice compression dressing. This likes to bleed a lot, but if I do this dressing, they keep it on for a day. The next day, they soak it in warm water and Epsom salt and put Multidex gel on it, cover it with a band-aid whenever they're wearing shoes and walking around. If they're not up and about, I usually recommend that they leave it open, especially at night when they're sleeping. The faster it dries out, the faster it heals. And I have my patient come back in a week, that way I look at it to make sure. In 2018, and so that healed up really nicely, and so that's what we're hoping that this one will look like again. Okay, so I did that corner there and it looks nice, so it's nicely remodeled, and he still has a really nice nail plate.